Unclear if this is a Weather Channel report or a 49ers update, but we're going to go ahead and make it the latter because, yes, it is actually possible for the 49ers and Brock Purdy to reach agreement on a deal, even one more than $60 million a year, that is a win-win for both sides. Speaking of victorious conditions for both sides, that's what the view is like. This way, Taha Island, the overwater bungalows. When we look the other way, we're going to get to the big grand reveal of Bora Bora. We could even zoom in a little bit on Bora Bora, just like we're going to zoom in on Brock Purdy's potential new 49ers contract. The article is up on the San Francisco Standard. I projected the deal for $61 million annually about a month ago. This time I look at comparisons, and I'm thinking about the win-win setup. The Philadelphia Eagles paid Jalen Hurts well over $50 million a year, and that was in old cap money. The salary cap has risen. The 49ers and the Eagles are the two teams that have most effectively surfed the salary cap. I don't know if we could surf today, maybe we could swim today, but these are famous surfing waters around French Polynesia. The cap is rising on a year-to-year basis. It's going to explode even further because the NFL and the TV providers and all the streaming providers have much more detailed ways of tracking viewership. So as soon as the NFL revenues come out this year, I think a lot of people are going to be surprised, but you shouldn't be, that the salary cap is going to be at another all-time high by quite a big margin. And since the salary cap is tied to NFL revenues, we can expect team spending limits to increase year over year. So properly structuring a contract to surf the wave of that rising salary cap is the way to do business in the NFL. The Philadelphia Eagles, who gave Jalen Hurts that deal with the triple option bonus to push money into the future, and the San Francisco 49ers, who have given out more big contracts than any NFL team since 2017 when Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch took over, those two teams have deferred more money into the future, more void year cap hits than anyone else in the National Football League. So the Eagles get it. Jalen Hurts, big deal, massive, really good roster around Jalen Hurts. They've been able to build a powerhouse even after paying their quarterback. The 49ers are going to be able to do the same thing because, like the Eagles, they understand that you can surf the wave of the rising salary cap. That's how this league, it's all based on the proration money. And it's all based on the fact that the NFL allows you to amortize those signing bonuses and those option bonuses over up to 5 years. Now, what I propose in this article on the San Francisco Standard actually has to do with the other Super Bowl quarterback from this season, the one who didn't play well in the Super Bowl, and that is Patrick Mahomes. Before the 2020 season, the Kansas City Chiefs awarded Patrick Mahomes $450 million over 10 years. Now, understand that almost every other NFL contract had maxed out at 5 years. All of a sudden, the Chiefs decided to give Patrick Mahomes 10 years. But this is the glory of team-friendly contracts in the NFL. The Chiefs were able to exact team control for twice the normal max length at essentially no additional cost, because beyond year 3, there were no guarantees in that contract. They trigger on a year-to-year basis for Patrick Mahomes. So that's what I propose for the 49ers and Purdy, something longer. Now, Purdy might not like this. That's the trick of negotiations. I think that the term of this deal, the player's going to want a shorter one so he can hit free agency again and leverage the power of that, while the team is going to want more control. The only thing the 49ers need to avoid here, for absolute sure, is a deal like Deshaun Watson's. He had fully guaranteed money, which was unprecedented and remains unprecedented, through 5 years. 5 years, $230 million. So there is no eject button for the Cleveland Browns in Deshaun Watson's contract. But in the case of Patrick Mahomes, there's an eject button essentially every single season for the Kansas City Chiefs. I doubt that they'll have to press that eject button if he keeps on playing the way that he did in the Super Bowl. Maybe they will, but I think that we all believe that Patrick Mahomes is going to continue being a good quarterback. The Chiefs have the contractual control in that situation. So it's really helped Kansas City build a team around Patrick Mahomes. He does have life-changing money, obviously. This is something, and it can be revisited over time, especially if the salary cap continues rising. Quarterbacks do have leverage. Brock Purdy has leverage over the 49ers. So even if you do sign a long-term deal, if you continue playing well, you can revisit that deal because you're the QB that can threaten to just not show up. That is obviously in Purdy's back pocket over the course of this offseason before the 49ers award him his new contract. So I talk about that proposal on the San Francisco Standard. To me, that is the ultimate goal for both sides here, is to find something that obviously enriches Brock Purdy and his family generationally, but also gives the 49ers the peace of mind knowing that such a good quarterback is under contract for them for the indefinite future. Is it going to be 5 years? Is it going to be longer than that? Is Purdy going to push for something shorter than that? Maybe that's what the gist of the haggling is going to be about. But we can surmise for sure that Brock Purdy does deserve massive new money based on the performance that we've seen over the course of the past 3 seasons. I delve into some of the stats on the San Francisco Standard. We look at the fact that his performance has actually remained very stable despite the fact that the 49ers completely crumbled around him in 2024. But you look at the adjusted net yards per attempt, very similar to the 2022 numbers when Purdy took over the league by storm as pick number 262. Remember that Tom Brady did not lose a start to a rookie quarterback until the last time that he faced the rookie quarterback in his career in his final season, 2022, and the rookie quarterback was Brock Purdy. It was an awesome game against the Bucs, an awesome run up until he got hurt against the Philadelphia Eagles. And the numbers that he put up in 2024 were almost identical to the ones that he put up in that 2022 season. Of course, the ceiling for Brock Purdy in 2023 was number 1 in the league, one of the greatest QB seasons of all time. And I could leave you guys with this. We're going to go to the very end of the ledge here as we talk about this. Brock Purdy is 25 years old. He just turned 25 in December. Think about the best statistical season for Tom Brady. It came at age 30. Think about the best statistical season for Peyton Manning. It came at age 28. Now think about 49ers history. The best statistical seasons for Joe Montana and Steve Young both came at age 33. 33. For Joe Montana, it was the 89 season where the 49ers beat the Rams 30-3 in the NFC Championship game, and then they won the Super Bowl by a record amount, 55-10 against John Elway and the Denver Broncos. That's the biggest margin of victory we've ever seen in a Super Bowl. Joe was essentially perfect at age 33. Steve Young was essentially perfect at age 33. That was the 1994 season, the 49ers' most recent Super Bowl championship. That 94 season saw Steve Young throw 6 touchdown passes against the San Diego Chargers in Miami. Purdy's 25. If Manning's best season was 28, Brady's was 30, Young and Montana's was 33, well, that means you want a longer-term deal if you're the 49ers. If it follows the same path as Young and Montana, then a 5-year deal, the standard max length, would not net you contractual control over Purdy. You'd have to sign another contract before then. So a Mahomes-like deal, 10 years, gives you the largest net possible if you're the San Francisco 49ers to make this a truly money contract for both sides. Go ahead and check out the article on the San Francisco Standard. Thanks for following us here in the South Pacific. Back to the Bay Area next. Through the storm, but it's still been fun. It is rainy season here. It is wet season here, although we are getting some nice UV on this final day. And we got some good UV to begin things on the island of Moorea. Moving over here to Taha. And maybe in the future, there will be another hop over the beautiful water here in the Pacific Ocean to Bora Bora. Although Bora Bora might be as expensive as Brock Purdy's new contract.